guys, Eric Kyle here, publisher of Great Lakes Scuttlebutt magazine, and I am excited to be joining you today from our Zoom room right here in Toledo, Ohio, where we get to interview some people in the marine industry to find out what's happening in their world. So today, I've got a very special guest. His name is Cole Patrick. He's the senior marine underwriter with Progressive Insurance. Cole, how are you doing today, my man?
Doing great, Eric. Thanks for having me.
Oh, absolutely. It's our pleasure. So Progressive Insurance, you guys are one of the biggest players that are out there. You insure just so many boats, it's ridiculous. And we're kind of curious, what's going on with Progressive? Is coming out of this pandemic as well? What are some updates that you could share with us from the insurance side of things?
Well, we're in a pretty good position in the insurance world to see what's going on in the industry. We insure well over 1 million boats across all 50 states. So whenever something happens, whether it's from a pandemic or an oil spill, you name it, we're in a great position to watch that trend develop and learn from it. Right now, what we're seeing is really business as usual from a marine insurance standpoint. We weren't really sure going into this how far things were going to go, how far they were going to accelerate. We don't know any more than anyone else knows as far as where this thing's going to take us. But I can tell you right now, from an underwriting standpoint and from a product management standpoint, things look very good.
So there's not a whole bunch of people that are trying to rush out to cancel their policies because they don't plan on being boating. You're saying that people are definitely planning on being boating this summer.
Nobody is writing off the boating season, at least not from our standpoint. I can't speak for other insurance companies, but what we're seeing is that people are very much looking forward to this summer, to this boating season, to being able to get on their boats, use their boats. And the good news is that from an insurance standpoint, there's nothing extra that they need to worry about. I would always recommend an excellent specialty policy from an experienced carrier. Progressive certainly fits that bill, offering lots of great coverages from total loss replacement to sign and glide on water towing and propulsion plus. And what I do know also is that people these last few weeks, as we've been quarantined for a while, are thinking a lot about boating. They're thinking about the things that they want to do with the people that they want to do them with. And the reason that we can tell people are thinking about boating is because we've seen boat quotes accelerate to the point where I think in the last 6 years, we haven't seen this much volume in 1 week. It's like something we would normally see for a Memorial Day weekend or a July 4th weekend as everybody wants to get on the water. But we're seeing it at the end of April and the beginning of May because the thoughts are there on the water. If a lot of us who have been involved in boating, we've been involved in boating all of our lives. It's a comfortable, normal thing for us. We did it as kids. We've done it with our families. And I think picturing ourselves on those boats out on the water with the people we care about is something that helps to get us through all of this uncertainty.
Well, there's a therapeutic value to being able to get out there on the water, Cole. I know that our family, we love being able to spend time together out on the water. It's something that we can do to enjoy one another. Plus, we're not going to be rushed around by all the different events that we would normally be doing in the spring, all the weddings and graduations and all those different things that demand so much of our time over the summer. Frankly, they're canceled or they're rescheduled to later this fall. So we've got the entire summer open to go boating.
It's almost like a get out of jail free card from a lot of those things that I'm not saying I personally wouldn't want to be involved with doing, but there's really no excuse. If you've got your boat ready to go, and even the act of getting it ready, I think is therapeutic at this point. Feel free to get on and go and enjoy.
Well, that's outstanding information from Progressive Insurance, Cole. We really appreciate it. Is there anything in general that you'd like to share about what Progressive Insurance is doing right now for the boating community as we're coming out of this pandemic? Anything, tidbits of good information that we could use as an update?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, COVID has impacted so many people in so many ways that we couldn't have seen coming. For those individuals, whether they're boaters, RVers, motorcyclists, or whether they're just someone who has to insure their auto or their home, Progressive understands that this is a situation that a lot of people couldn't have expected or seen coming. There's a number of things that we're doing from a billing leniency standpoint. And I would refer your listeners or your viewers to Progressive's website to get more information about that. We certainly care a lot about our boaters, great customers across the country. They trust us to ensure what's important to them. We want to be there for them as well in this particularly trying time.
Outstanding. Cole, what's the website that we'd want to go to find out more information about what Progressive is doing for the boaters in particularly?
That's going to be real easy there. It's just going to be progressive.com. And I promise it won't be too difficult to find the COVID section with additional information.
Outstanding. Cole, thank you so much for your time today, my man. We'll look forward to seeing you out in the water. And as always, we appreciate all your information.
Absolutely. Thank you, Eric.
Take care.